Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest hero come to season 7.5, Black Cat. She is a 4-star difficulty hero with a ton of mobility and a lot of burst damage, but perhaps the most important of all, she brings something no hero does, and it's insane utility. Let's talk about what she does. Here's a couple of passives, so let's start with her 2 mobility ones. Black Cat is able to double jump freely. These jumps carry a lot of forward momentum, so it's great for moving around the map. Her second passive is a wall climb. She can, well, climb walls and even perch on them like Daredevil. Her third passive is called Malkin Misfortune, and it carries a new debuff effect with it. Any enemy hit by Black Cat is afflicted by the Jinxed status. This makes it so that if you were to land a headshot on Black Cat, it has a chance to get downgraded to a regular body shot. And now for the most important passive, which is tied to the absolute coolest ability in her kit, Sticky Paws. Black Cat steals fortune from any enemy she damages, which is sort of like a currency. She can then use this fortune in a variety of different ways. Let's start with one of the ways you can use them, which leads me to her most complicated ability called Gilded Deal. Gilded Deal opens up a shop, which she can then use her fortune in, and it can be spent to acquire various powerful relics with different effects. Let's go over each and every single one of them. First relic you can purchase is called Tablet of Destinies. It costs 100 fortune, and it allows you to gamble. We love gambling, don't we? You spend 100, and then you can pop the tablet, earning you 0, 50, 200, or 500 fortune. And if the trailer is to be believed, you can also get 1,000, but that hasn't happened to me yet. You know, maybe I just suck at gambling or something, I don't know. The second relic you can acquire is the Helm of Hades. It basically works like Psylocke's stealth. It costs 200 fortune to buy, and then when you activate it, you turn invisible for 2 seconds and gain increased movement speed while invisible. Pretty good on Black Cat since she can double jump during the invisibility, and it won't break the stealth, making you very difficult to track. The third relic is Faltine Fire Orb. It costs only 100 fortune to buy, and when activated, it sends out an orb that can stick to walls and even ceilings. Once latched, it will scan for enemies and reveal them to both you and your team through walls. It's very powerful to watch for flankers or to use to scout for potential targets waiting to ambush you. The fourth relic you can acquire is Chernobog's Crystal. It costs 200 and it's a self-cleanse, meaning it will free you from any active crowd control. It can even break you out of things like Strange Ult, Mantis Sleep, or Luna Freeze, which is very powerful, but you do need to prepare it before being hit by that CC. It's not like Black Cat can just free herself out of CC whenever she wants. You do need a little bit of foresight to anticipate an incoming CC effect. It's an incredible relic. And now for what is probably the coolest relic of them all, the Ring of Zona. It costs 200, and when used, it will create a portal through 2 walls. This portal can then be taken by both Black Cat and her team, creating some lightning fast, unexpected rotations onto enemies. The playmaking potential of this relic is insane. You can use it to get characters with less mobility onto high ground. You can use it, if the map allows it, to appear directly on top of enemies, which is obviously very powerful for certain heroes. Imagine melee characters, for example, being able to completely avoid massive lines of sight where they can be poked from and essentially just spawning on top of the backline. It's completely unheard of until this ability. I can't stress how much I love it, and I cannot wait to see what people are going to do with it. Its usefulness will vary from like point to point, but it's almost certainly going to break some maps. I can't wait to see it. Start theory crafting some spots in the comments right now. The final relic is the Mento Fish. This also costs 200, and it sends out a projectile that turns into an AoE circle on impact. Enemies inside of the circle are pulled down if they're flyers, and movement abilities are disabled. So basically, it's Thing's Slam. You know, the thing that gives grounded to everybody? Yeah, it's basically that, but it's ranged, and it's infinitely spammable if you have the fortune. Very, very good against certain characters that rely on movement abilities. And that's all the relics. Next, let's talk about the rest of her abilities. Her first ability is Cat's Cradle. Pretty simple omnidirectional dash that deals damage to enemies that passes through. It has 2 charges with a 10-second cooldown, and it can be used twice rapidly if you want. Keeping track of your dash cooldown will be very important to staying alive on Black Cat. Getting caught without a dash in the backline is almost certain death, so make sure to plan out your escape. The second ability I'll talk about is Turn of Fortune. It sends out a grappling hook shot in a line that deals damage and steals a lot of fortune, and it's on a very short cooldown. This is going to be your main way of generating some fortune before going in. You guys remember earlier how I said there's multiple ways to spend fortune? Well, here's the second way to do it. It's through her ability called Fortune's Favor. It's sort of like Daredevil's Infernal Fury, where when you press it, you can then press another button that activates one of 2 different abilities. One of the abilities she can use is Claw Whip, which is an ability that does a large amount of damage in an area in front of Black Cat. Each use of the Claw Whip costs 150 fortune, and you get 50 back per enemy hit. This means you can infinitely use it if you're hitting at least 3 enemies. And the second ability you can use is Phantom Pursuit. It's a lock-on dash that goes on an enemy and it deals a very large amount of damage when it reaches them. It also makes Black Cat completely immune to all damage while you're dashing, so it can be skillfully used to dodge high value abilities or even ultimates. It costs 300 fortune and has a 2-second cooldown, but it will also refund 150 if it lands. It's a very, very powerful tool for outplaying your enemy. And last but not least, Black Cat's ultimate ability. Calling card is her ultimate, and you've guessed it, it's completely insane. Here's how it works. On activation, Black Cat will throw out her cards and globally scan the map, revealing the whole enemy team. That's right, global wall hacks. No line of sight checks, global. If you are on the map and Black Cat ults, she knows where you are. This lasts a very long time, and during it, she gains access to 2 new abilities, Prowl and Slash. Prowl is a 6-meter, I'm just kidding, a 60-meter dash that will put you behind your enemy and give you access to Slash. Slash is another lock-on dash that deals a very large amount of damage, and if Black Cat gets a kill on any target after using Slash, she will reset Prowl again, allowing you to prowl and slash infinitely as long as she keeps getting kills. New spawning enemies are rescanned as soon as they spawn, so this can literally go on infinitely if enemies keep trickling in. This is one of the craziest and most fun ults they've made. I absolutely love it. 60-meter dash is crazy. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. What an incredible ultimate. I love it. And that's all of her abilities. She has an insanely fun and versatile kit, and I honestly kind of can't wait to be done writing this script so I can just go and play her. Anyway, we're not done yet, so let's talk about her team ups. As of season 7.5, Black Cat has 1 team up, and it's with White Fox and Captain America. Black Cat's the anchor, so she gets 5% bonus to all her damage. White Fox and Captain America gain access to 2 new abilities. White Fox gets Nine-Tailed Aura, which is an AoE ability that sends out a projectile that deals damage and slows enemies and heals and speed boosts allies around. Cap, on the other hand, gains access to an empowered shield for 10 seconds when he activates his team up, giving it larger size and pinpoint reflect accuracy. Now for her playstyle. Black Cat is obviously a melee flanker, so you want to look for opportunities to take out the enemy backline. You'll want to be very active with your Turn of Fate ability, which is that little grappling hook that steals fortune, because you need fortune for pretty much everything. You want to ideally use it on cooldown on targets that are easy to hit, like enemy tanks. Then once you have enough fortune, you look for picks on the enemy backline. I recommend having at least like 300 to 400 fortune with a relic prepared. Best relic to use is going to depend on exactly who you're engaging, and finding out which one to use will be what separates good Black Cat players from great ones. For example, Chernobog's Crystal is really good against supports that rely on hitting their key CC to stay alive, like Mantis or Luna, because that's the cleanse. Mentofish is great against Invis or Cloak, who rely on their jump or fade to disengage from a dive. Picking the right one will be crucial to securing a kill. Not to mention, you can also use your portal for some unexpected engages if the enemy is close to walls and the map allows it. It's just like the utility on this character is crazy. Anyway, now we have a rough idea how to play her. What about some combos? So the simplest combo I've found is the following. You start by preparing the Mentofish, then find an angle to engage from. Start by throwing the Mentofish and immediately using the grappling hook to get some extra fortune. Then use your dash to go in, claw whip into Phantom Pursuit immediately, and then use another claw whip to finish them off. From this point on, you can keep going with more claw whips, or you use your second dash and double jump to disengage. I also have another combo using both dashes, but this one's a bit riskier. If you're willing to commit both dashes, you get more fortune and obviously more damage, but this might get you killed. Although taking out a key target can be worth it. So anyway, you start the same as before. Prepare the Mentofish, throw it below your target, then dash as soon as it's flying, and then when you reach your target, you do Whip Claw into Phantom Pursuit. Then as soon as you leave Phantom Pursuit, you do another Whip Claw and you cancel that into a dash and into another Whip Claw, which should definitely kill something. And that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Remember to come check me out on twitch.tv/Necros. And if you're watching this on release, come to my stream. You're going to learn something about Black Cat. I promise you, this is definitely the hero that I will be playing a lot in 7.5. And if you want to learn something, you guys know the stream. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Love y'all.